Quality Matters is a nationally recognized peer review process that allows faculty members with high levels of experience in online course design and instruction to support the development of very high quality courses for online students at an institution of higher education. You can see if you look through the rubric that the rubric contains general standards involving course overviews and introductions, learning objectives that are measurable and really do align with the overall program learning objectives and often the accreditation review standards that have to be met by a program's particular courses. There are standards related to assessment and measurement, instructional materials, learning activities, course technology, learner support, accessibility, and usability. Now, the standards themselves, people may be tempted to simply use the rubric to improve course design, and certainly that can be of some use. However, the training that's connected with all of these standards helps people learn to internally align everything in a course to the learning objectives that that course is supposed to help students master. So the big picture question of what do I want students to walk away from my course being able to do, know, and what attitudes or internal sort of dispositions, what heart perhaps you might say, do I want them to bring to this work? What learning attitudes do I want them to leave this course with so that they continuously remain learners in this area? We want our learning objectives to be carefully thought through, and then we want to make sure that our assessments actually do measure what we have placed as our big picture goals for the course. We want to make sure that instructional materials are aligned, that they actually support those learning objectives. We want to make sure that the learning activities we're asking students to engage in are learning activities that will help them master those objectives. And we want to make sure that course technologies support those learning objectives and don't become an unnecessary barrier or a learning curve in and of themselves. Course technology should be almost invisible so that it becomes a means for students to achieve those learning objectives. And lastly, we want to make sure that everything that we're doing in our courses is accessible and usable to students with a wide variety of learning styles and learning challenges. So you can see that every part of the Quality Matters course design rubric helps course designers to make sure that we're actually helping students achieve what we say we want them to achieve. And that can be really complex, especially when you have to go backwards and try to build in all of these alignment aspects into a course that's already been designed. If you use Quality Matters carefully and thoughtfully from the beginning of the course design process, it makes it extremely easy to look across an entire program and look at curriculum mapping, make changes when necessary to curriculum maps so that you add or take away a particular standard from a course. It also makes accreditation reviews incredibly simpler to carry out because the reviewers can come in and make sure that you have standards that actually connect and align with what students are asked to do in a course and how they're assessed. So I hope this overview helps, and we look forward to helping faculty members in your program use the Quality Matters standards to improve their course design and instruction.